MrBeast is a massive coward for censoring and threatening to sue on anyone who talks about the controversy he's surrounded in. Who he's mainly threatening to sue is a YouTuber named Dogpack404, former employee of the MrBeast channel. And the reason why he's threatening to sue Dogpack404 is because he made an expose video titled, "I worked for MrBeast. He's a fraud." And in that video, Dogpack404 exposed MrBeast for faking his videos, promoting gambling to children, conducting illegal lotteries, rigging games and videos, which involves millions of dollars in prize money, not giving out the prizes that he promises, false advertising, exploitation, and a whole lot of stuff, which most of the things Dogpack404 have mentioned are an actual crime. To be honest, I think it all started with the Tyson situation. And it's kind of ironic because a YouTuber named sunnyv2 made a video long before the Tyson situation on how Tyson turning trans will impact MrBeast. I haven't watched that video fully, but based off of the title, I can say that sunnyv2 predicted the downfall of MrBeast. And it's sad seeing MrBeast be in controversy, especially in a situation like this one, because MrBeast is, or if not the biggest YouTuber on the planet, and it looks like it's all starting to crumble. His fame, wealth, and reputation are looking like they are all going to collapse as of right now. So if you haven't been aware of the recent controversy, let me explain it all little by little. So a few days ago, Kris Tyson of the MrBeast crew had a ton of evidence surface about horrible behavior with how he communicated with minors, as well as a past of really disgusting shit. There are tons of evidence to showcase what was being said to someone who was between 13 and 14 years old at the time, and it's absolutely fucking gross. This is someone who's supposed to be entertaining us, not being a total PDF file. How sick do you have to be to think it's okay to text 13 and 14-year-olds like that? Ava, were you dropped on your head as a child? Or are you just naturally this repulsive? These are some of the evidence right here. And let me remind you that Ava was still an adult at this point. And one of the victims named Lava was a child. And then saying shit like, "I posted some fire nudes for you. Please no share," is really fucking disgusting and creepy. And then other shit like, "But not $5? Pathetic. GK kissy face emoji." And it looked like the 14-year-old Lava and Kris Tyson seemed to communicate a lot, even sending Snapchats, which is absolutely weird. Here's one that says, "Coming for America," and then goes on to talk about being in a group chat and everything. And it's like, it's sickening to see someone with such a massive influence abusing it so blatantly. This isn't just about crossing lines, it's about a complete lack of respect and decency. And I've seen a lot of people try and cope and deflect the situation saying things like, "Oh, it's just edgy jokes. People are blowing this out of proportion," which is absolutely horseshit. Under no circumstances should an adult be communicating with a child in any inappropriate manner whatsoever. Edgy jokes between an adult and a child are still fucking gross. Let alone an adult be in a group chat with a bunch of children. That's still creepy and horrible. I've only shown a couple screenshots here, but there's quite a bit more which I think you can find on Twitter, and they're all just as bad, if not worse. Now, the 13 to 14-year-old for a lot of these messages is someone that has come forward to give their own accounts of the situation. And according to them, they don't believe that they were groomed or anything bad that was done on the part of Ava Tyson or anything like that. And then not so long after, it was also revealed that Ava Tyson had a history of being a Shadman enthusiast. Since all the tweets have been deleted, it makes it very difficult to find the times that he communicated with Shadman or talked about Shadman and the art. But this is the only thing I found from Twitter, as there was loads of people sharing evidence around on the situation. For those of you who don't know who Shadman is, Shadman used to be a corn artist, but not just any type of corn. He would draw, let's just call it children's pizza for the sake of this video. And one of the most infamous cases was when he drew Keemstar's 8-year-old daughter in a pornographic setting, which is extremely fucked up. That actual fucking sicko drew corn of an 8-year-old girl. This is no allegation or anything. This actually happened. And the worst thing about this is that a lot of people supported him publicly. Like a lot of people defended that. And the reason they were defending him, it's because Keemstar is the most unlikable person on the internet, and because of that they thought it was totally fine and acceptable to draw fucking children in a pornographic way. He received applause for drawing child porn. Let that shit sink in for a moment. So anyways, there are tweets in particular of Ava Tyson talking either to or about Shadman. A lot of the tweets are gone as of right now because the Twitter account is probably deleted, but there are archives of a lot of them. And one thing that a lot of people showed that still persists is Ava Tyson purchased one of Shadman's art. There's a clip from a MrBeast video where there is Shadman art hanging on the wall, belonging to Ava Tyson. And there's another disturbing video surfaced where they had actually made a video a long time ago that linked to revenge porn of Jeanette McCurdy.
The story is she sent pictures to her boyfriend, her now ex-boyfriend, and he leaked them out, and the link's in the description if you want to see them. I mean, I'm not endorsing people to go look at somebody else's private business, but I know that you know, people might want to see them, so it's there if you want it.
Excuse me, but what? Sharing revenge porn and then trying to spin it as saying, oh, it's bad, but I know people like to see stuff like this, like what the fuck. Anyways, I'm off topic here. So all of this then started to hit the mainstream. More and more people started sharing screenshots as well as other chat logs. All kinds of things with the history of communicating inappropriately with or without minors. In response, a couple hours ago, Tyson did make a statement, and this is what he said. I would like to apologize for any of my past behavior or comments if it hurt or offended anyone. It was not my intent. Seeing recent events, we've mutually decided it's best I permanently step away from all things MrBeast and social media to focus on my family and mental health. Sorry, but that quote-unquote apology was ass. It didn't address anything. It doesn't talk about anything. It was just nothing to any of the allegations around Ava Tyson. There wasn't even no denial of anything. No claims that some of the information is false. Nothing. Nothing at all. And then, after a few hours, Ava Tyson dropped more tweets claiming that no one was ever groomed, and then states that the victim vocally supported that it was false. Going further, there's an apology about unacceptable media posts, and then saying that it was edgy jokes, and that it was unacceptable humor, that it's like a thing in the past, and been misconstrued into things that didn't happen, and then not wanting the accusations to impact hundreds of people who work at MrBeast, which is why Ava Tyson has stepped away. You can't say that all of your social media posts were edgy humor, Ava, when there's literal proof of you owning art from Shadman, an artist who draws children's pizza. And that's pretty much it from the Kris Tyson situation. And then a couple days later, Dogpack404 uploaded the video that exposed MrBeast for being a fraud that I talked about earlier. Then, a few days after that video was released, MrBeast stayed quiet on the situation. He didn't respond to the video. Not until MrBeast gave the person who exposed him, Dogpack404, a cease and desist. And that is just fucking sad, in my opinion. MrBeast really just resorted to using his wealth and influence to drag critics into the courtroom. It's a pathetic display of how someone with too much money and not enough integrity can use the legal system to bully those who dare to shine a light on his questionable practices. So, when someone had the audacity to expose the less than savory aspects of MrBeast's operations, what's his response? Instead of addressing the criticisms or even acknowledging them, he goes straight for the legal jugular. This isn't about justice. It's about using his money to crush anyone who might disrupt his carefully curated image. It's not just a poor look. It's a disgraceful abuse of power. This move is textbook intimidation. MrBeast isn't interested in debate or transparency. He's interested in silencing Dogpack404 with the threat of expensive lawsuits. It's the kind of behavior you'd expect from someone who can't handle even the slightest hint of criticism. If you're a fan of MrBeast, just remember, he's more than willing to throw legal punches at anyone who dares to challenge his carefully constructed facade. The ethical implications here are staggering. Using the legal system as a tool for censorship is not only cowardly, but it's also deeply unethical. It shows a blatant disregard for the principles of free speech and accountability. MrBeast's actions are a glaring example of how those with power can trample over basic rights just to keep their dirty laundry out of sight. If MrBeast wants to salvage any shred of respect, he needs to step out of his legal bubble and address criticisms directly. Using lawsuits to silence people only reveals his desperation to avoid facing the reality of his actions. Stop hiding behind your legal team and start answering for yourself, MrBeast. As of me recording this right now, he is censoring comments in his new video that remotes anything to the situation, which is honestly sad. Imagine having millions of followers and still being so insecure that you need to delete any comment that doesn't praise you to the skies. That's exactly what MrBeast has been doing. Criticism? Gone. Questions? Deleted. It's almost like he's running his own little dictatorship where only positive feedback is allowed. Newsflash, MrBeast. Real leaders don't hide from criticism. They face them head on. This level of censorship screams one thing: a fragile ego. MrBeast, who loves to portray himself as this larger-than-life philanthropist, can't handle even the slightest bit of scrutiny. Instead of addressing the issues raised, he'd rather sweep them under the rug and pretend they don't exist. It's a pathetic display of insecurity from someone who claims to be a role model. Let's not forget the hypocrisy here. MrBeast loves to preach about transparency and honesty in his videos, yet when it comes to his own behavior, he's quick to censor and control the conversation. It's a double standard that's as glaring as it is disappointing. If you're going to dish out content about making the world a better place, maybe start by not silencing the voices that call you out on your flaws. Censoring comments is more than just a bad look. It's a direct assault on free speech. By deleting comments, MrBeast is telling his audience that only his narrative matters. It's an attempt to rewrite reality to fit his own liking, and it's a blatant abuse of his platform. Real change comes from listening to all voices, not just the ones that tell you what you want to hear. If MrBeast truly wants to be the positive force he claims to be, it's time to stop hiding behind censorship. Face the music, engage with your critics, and maybe you'll earn back a shred of respect. Deleting comments only makes you look weak and out of touch. It's time to grow up and handle criticism like an adult. Anyways, that is the end of the video. So make sure to like, share, and hit that subscribe button for more. Peace out.